The UK, especially the UK government under Keir Starmer, owes Tommy Robinson a huge apology. They tried to silence him. They arrested him. They charged him. They threw him in solitary confinement. All for what? Because Tommy Robinson did the right thing. He stood up for the truth. He stood up for those that were actually victims of the Pakistani grape gangs in the UK. One of the most horrendous, if not the most horrendous scandal in the UK's history. And now, because of all of the pressure, all of the public pressure, because considering another Pakistani man was convicted the other day for being part of the grape gangs. Now, because of the public outrage and public backlash, Keir Starmer has finally announced an inquiry into the grooming gangs. Let's be very, very clear. Tommy Robinson, for many, many, many years, worked his absolute backside off to try and get a national inquiry. Not just that, to try and expose the level of corruption that is going on at the highest level under Keir Starmer's government and even Keir Starmer himself. But he was silenced, he was arrested, he was charged, thrown in solitary confinement a number of times. He only recently got out of solitary confinement. Tommy Robinson never wanted to be a hero. He just wanted to do the right thing. And because he did the right thing, because he opened his mouth, because he spoke up about this crazy issue, the elites went after him. The ones that are responsible went after him. They tried to stop him at all costs because they knew that they were in the wrong. They knew what they were doing is sick, vile, and twisted. And Tommy, being the good man that Tommy is, didn't give up. He kept on going. I made a video not that long ago about don't quit. Don't quit no matter the obstacles. Don't quit no matter what comes your way. Tommy gave up everything, man. The man has lost everything because of this. Sure, he's gained a little bit because of support, but he lost everything. When a man gives up everything like that, that is the definition of a hero. And the UK owes Tommy Robinson the biggest apology ever. He won't get an apology. No doubt about that. He won't get an apology because this is what comes when you speak about the truth. But for the average British citizen, as well as many people here in Australia, as well as people over in America that see Tommy Robinson for who he really is, authentic, someone that is actually brave and is willing to go to prison to expose the truth. The truth will always be revealed. Eventually, one day. It's because of good people like Tommy and many others that fight for the truth. Tommy Robinson says, I never wanted to be in a position of saying, I told you so. I came out of prison, all guns blazing after 7 months in solitary. And in all honesty, it's hit me and I feel wrecked. I will be taking time with my children for the next few weeks, and the news of this inquiry makes the way I'm currently feeling a lot easier to handle. But whatever any of us have gone through, it is nothing in comparison to what so many of the British daughters were subjected to. Exactly right. The public still have no idea the true scale of this grape gangs. Well done to every brave survivor who told their stories and continue to fight for justice. This grape scandal is the darkest stain ever in Britain. Inevitable West goes, there will now be a national inquiry. The world owes Tommy Robinson an apology. Tommy also goes, if only they listened. I wrote my first leaflet on Muslim grape gangs in 2004. It made it onto the front page of my local paper. Since I opened my mouth on this issue, I have faced the full weight of the British establishment in cover-up mode. They all have dirty hands. And we all know what happens when corruption sets in, when corruption takes over. Those that aren't corrupt, those that are trying to expose the corruption, they will get hammered hard. It's just the reality of it, unfortunately. The British Patriot goes, Tommy Robinson has been highlighting the issue of grooming gangs for more than a decade. In response, the government has attempted to silence him by sending him to jail and even financially ruining him. The media won't say this, but I will. Tommy Robinson is a national hero. I will be one of the first people to also say that Tommy Robinson is indeed a hero. But you just saw in his post, he doesn't see himself that way. In fact, compared to what Tommy has experienced, he says that it doesn't compare to what the victims have experienced. Now, if that doesn't resonate with any of you, I don't know what will. But this man lost everything as a result of uncovering the truth. And even he will say it doesn't even come close to what those girls experienced. It's hard. Man. And now he's gassed. Now he's just needs to recover. As I'm sure many of you can already tell, he went guns blazing. He wasted no time getting out of prison because he knew that this issue is important. I Am British goes, this man, Tommy Robinson, deserves a huge apology. We've got to reshare if we agree. Tommy goes, make no bones about it. Public pressure forced the hand of Keir Starmer to launch an inquiry into the grape gangs. Only yesterday, another Pakistani Muslim grape gang was convicted. The revolting details of what these beasts did to England's daughters revealed yet again. You don't want to know the true horrors that the Pakistani men inflicted on these girls, because I've read some of them. They don't, how do I put this delicately? They're no longer human. They've crossed that line of they're now demons. They've gone, they're no longer a human anymore. What they did to these girls. And Tommy didn't give up. He kept fighting for these girls. Even when he was in prison, he was unjustly put in prison by corrupt people. And now they owe him an apology. And the government also owes these victims, the girls, an apology for not doing this sooner. This should have been done long ago. Why wasn't it? Because they've all got blood on their hands. They're all guilty. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.